Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Street Tips here, and today I got I finally got that batch of silver crystal harvested and dried out, and it's in this container right here. And what we'll do is we'll offer some of these larger crystals for sale on my eBay store. Plus, I've got another container here that's got some finer crystal stuff, some smaller pieces in it. And what we'll do is we'll gather up some of this, and I'm going to make a nice 10 troy ounce pure silver bar and offer that for sale on my eBay store. We're going to begin the video by looking inside the silver cell, and you can see here that it's full of pure silver crystal. So what we're going to do, here's the anode filter basket. You can see the all the silver's been dissolved out of there. And so what we're going to do is we're going to turn off the power here. And then we're going to remove the anode filter itself. I'm going to cover this back up so we don't inadvertently drop something down in there. I'm just going to put the electrode bar up out of the way. And what we'll do now is I've got a dish here, and I'm going to lift up the anode filter and then quickly move the dish underneath and capture everything that drips out. And we'll just put the lid on this and store this out of the way for right now. And now what I'll do is just place a paper towel with a dish over the hole to keep it secure. I'm going to remove the cover now, set it out of the way. Now I'll take the electrode connections off of the stainless steel bowl, set those out of the way. Here's a close look at the pure silver crystal in the silver cell. Okay, this is something new that I've seen. One of my viewers had one of these paddles. I got it at Walmart. It's for scraping food down off of a bowl, and it's got a nice wide flat kind of sharp tip on it. And so I'm going to use that now to scrape down the sides of the bowl here. I can't remember the fellow's name, but he made a silver cell pattern after mine, and got some good results. So let me zoom in on this. You can see how this works. It works pretty good. Thanks to that fella. I don't know what his name is. I didn't catch his name. Look at that, man. Just scrapes the silver right down in one scoop. Makes it much easier. Good example of someone information interchange going both ways. Just makes it much quicker, much easier to get all the silver scraped down off the inside of this bowl. Now what we'll do is pour off the electrolyte into this 5-liter beaker here. Here we go. Here's our pure silver crystal. Looks real good. I've had viewers ask about the silver crystal. Now what do you do with it? What's it good for? And what I try to explain to these folks is that the silver in this container right here is high purity silver crystal, and that every pure silver bar or round or other investment grade silver in existence began life just like the pure silver crystal you see right here. So all the Canadian maple rounds, the government minted pure silver rounds, they all began life in this form, just like you see right here. To the viewer that pointed out using a spatula like this is much faster, thank you to that person. I wish I knew his name, I'd give him credit. A few pieces didn't make it into beaker. I just add those to my sweeps container. I like to use hot distilled water to rinse the pure silver crystal off. So we'll heat some distilled water here. While we're waiting for the water to heat up, I'll use some cold distilled water here and start getting this electrolyte rinsed off of the pure silver crystal. We'll pour the rinse water off into a separate container here because the rinse water will contain silver. It's not quite boiling just yet, but I think we've got it hot enough here. And what I'll do is give this batch a few more rinses with hot distilled water, and we'll give it a test to see if we've got all the electrolyte rinsed off of here. Okay, let me move this back out of the way a little bit, and I'm going to do one more rinse, and we're going to test it for the presence of silver nitrate. And the way I do that is I collect a little bit of the rinse water in a beaker, and then what we're going to do is add some hydrochloric acid to it and see if we get any silver chloride precipitating out. You can see it's turning ever so slightly, just a little bit cloudy. So a couple more rinses and we should have all of the silver chloride or all the silver nitrate rinsed off of our pure silver crystal. What I've started doing recently is just putting a lid on this, allowing this pure silver crystal to sit in distilled water until I need that distilled water, and then I pour it off into a cement silver jar to dilute the highly concentrated silver nitrate solutions from my gold refining operations before I put copper in there to cement it out. This solution back here is my electrolyte from the silver refining that we just harvested. And what I'll do is I'll put about 300 or 400 more grams of pure silver crystal in this beaker here, dissolve it down, and add it to this blue colored electrolyte and use it a second time in my silver cell. Okay, I'm going to measure up 10 troy ounces of pure silver crystal in 2 of these Dixie cups because one won't hold enough silver to make 10 ounces. So let's put that on there. Zero it out. Change it to troy ounces. Now we're going to measure out 10 troy ounces. This is smaller pieces of silver, little crumbs. It's just as high purity as the big pieces. But I want to measure out 10 troy ounces of this little stuff to make our pure silver bar. And like I said earlier, all the silver that I get out of my silver cell is pure silver, investment grade silver, just like you'd see on any pure silver bar or round that you'd buy from a retail precious metals dealer. The silver that they use to make those investment grade coins and bars looks just like this. Let's do it. Let me get a little bit of this silver out of here. I want to get a little closer to 10 troy ounces. Usually about that much will do it. And now what I'll do, I've got our silver measured out for our 10 ounce silver bar. And what we'll do now is put our beaker up here and make some more electrolyte. See how much silver we're going to get in here. I'm just going to dump the rest of this in there. And dissolve this in nitric acid to make some more silver cell electrolyte. It's 311 grams. We'll dissolve this in dilute nitric. I'm thinking this batch of silver that I have that was in my beaker from a couple weeks ago is going to exceed the capacity of my scale. So I've got a larger scale. And now what we'll do is I've got this batch of silver. We're going to weigh up and see how much we got here. Again, this is a batch. This is not the batch that we cleaned out today. This is a batch that I had saved up from a couple weeks ago that I harvested and just never got around to drying it off. We're going to see how much silver we've got in here now. And this is some larger crystals. This will be some look at them big trees, man. This will be some stuff that we'll offer for sale. 1 troy ounce lots on my eBay store. Alright, looks like we've got 1,857.58 grams there. Okay, these are the larger crystals. There's some pretty nice ones in there. We'll put some 1 ounce bags together and sell some of that on the eBay store. Some of this crystal right here. For now, let's go out and get this melted up into a 10 ounce bar. Here we go. Got a brand new melt dish all prepared here. And this is high purity silver. 3/9 fine or better. So I want to try to melt this up now. Make us a nice 10 troy ounce silver bar. Here we go. All right, here's the bar. See if we can grab onto this thing. There it is. A little bit of flux came over with it. See if we can get it in the water here. That came out pretty good. Nice big chunky bar of pure silver. It's got a little bit of flux on the surface there, but we can get that off with some dilute sulfuric acid. Not bad. Got a nice shape to it. Nice. Before we go any further with it, let's double check, make sure we make the weight. Got 10.045, just a touch over 10 troy ounces, which is exactly what I like to see. I'm going to turn some heat on, and we've got the bar in a little dish here. I'm going to add some distilled water to it, and just enough to cover the bar, like so. And now I've got just a little bit of sulfuric acid, and we'll add just a touch here. Not much. I should do it. Maybe just a touch more. And then we'll let this heat up and dissolve that flux off of our silver bar. It's been in here now about 10 minutes. Let's see if we can get it out of here. And get it over here. We're going to rinse this off now. See what kind of result we got. Yeah, I got most of the flux off of there. Looks pretty good. Took about 10 minutes in that dilute sulfuric. And I think we're going to be okay. Looks pretty good. Okay, this will conclude the video for today. I've got a nice chunky 10 troy ounce pure silver bar, and we'll offer that for sale on my eBay store. I've also got some pure silver crystal here that's going to have some nice big large silver crystals. We'll bag them up in 1 troy ounce lots and offer those for sale on my eBay store. I've also got the silver cell electrolyte. That's probably going to be about 400 grams if you count the silver that was already in there. And I'll dissolve this and add it to the electrolyte and use that electrolyte a second time and get my silver cell running again. This is today's pure silver crystal harvest, and I've got to get some impure shot melted up to get the silver cell back online. So all right, that will conclude this video. Thank you for watching.